Friends, the situation is serious, very, very serious. Less than a week ago, I made a video for you about how I indexed 2,000 pages on Google in just a few days to target long-tail keywords. And something just happened. All 8,000 pages have been indexed on Google. That's it, it's done. The 8,000 pages of the OmniSEO site have been indexed on Google. But actually, that wasn't even beginner level, that was level 0. When it comes to indexing pages on Google, honestly, we can do much better. We're going to create high-value content at scale. Now, what I'm going to do is push things to the extreme to show you what we're capable of. We're right here on my screen, my Google Search Console. You can see in the index here, we've indexed 10,000 pages. So, as you can see, it's a real graph. And as a result, impressions, we immediately saw our impressions skyrocket. We went from 200 impressions to 2,000 impressions. As for clicks, it's not quite there yet, because we're still pretty far down in the rankings. There you go, average position is 40. You can see it here. CTR is 1, which is really very low. On the other hand, we're getting impressions, but honestly, we don't really care that much about impressions. What we want are clicks, we want visitors. So SEO, search engine optimization, Corbini. All right, let's try website creation agency, Brian. Okay, pasted. Boom, second position. And if we create a new Google profile, just to make sure we're not influencing the search engine, I encourage you to do this regularly. If you really want to be sure about your rankings on Google, you can create a new account. And here, we can see that we're indeed in second position. When you click on it, you do land on the Brian page. We're indexed, it's working. Now let's be clear. When you go to the site, there's content that's duplicated across the pages. For example, this repeated on every page, this repeated on every page, this repeated on every page. Yes, there are some display bugs here. For example, in these sections, we really rushed through the creation of this site. Generally, we have the personalized content right at the very end, and this is the personalized content we created. But honestly, what we did is really basic. It's pretty much level 0. We just took information from Wikipedia, which isn't sensitive information. Basically, it's information about the city that we can legally scrape, collect, and rephrase, of course. So, there's no issue with that. And we can do much better, as I mentioned to you. We're going to go into Webflow and actually modify the structure of the page, and I'll show you exactly what we're going to want to set up. And while that's loading, I'll explain it to you. We're going to want to create 3 custom text elements. Instead of having a lot of duplicated content on the website, we'll have less content, but more personalized for the cities page to get better results in Google rankings. I've shown you that with 10,000 pages, it works. With 10,000 pages, you can get clicks, you can get calls. But here, we're not doing spam, we're not doing black hat. We don't care about any of that. We want to do things for the long term, and to do that, we need to focus on quality. We need to do things right. So we're going to go into the cities and we're going to customize our CMS. So we customize it. And here we're going to add 2 fields that will be rich. Text, so it will be the body. Actually here, we're going to write body 1, save. We never set this field as required. You should never set this field as required because when we send data from make, sometimes it can cause bugs. So a little tip, body 2 and then body 3. We're not going to delete the first one. There you go, there's no point in deleting content we've generated. We can keep it aside even if we don't display it. It won't change the speed of the site. Body 3, okay. So now, you need to understand what are we going to put in this body 1, body 2, body 3. I invite you to go back to omni.co and let's take a look at the content we've already generated. For those who haven't seen the last video. So, let's go back to our agencies. On any of them, let's pick this one, or maybe that one. We sent some text. Yes, we sent text on this one. Here, the goal is to target companies that want to create a website and for our SEO service. So, what I suggest you always do is start again from your main keyword. For us, our keyword here was website creation. So, we can stick with website creation. And since we're specialized in SEO, we'll be able to do something good. Let's say the first category will be city plus website creation. Okay, the second one could be city plus SEO. And the last one, because website creation and SEO are connected. And for the last one, we can add something about our agency, actually our agency plus the city. The goal here is really to add personalized content for each page. And actually here we've put 3 text blocks, so we're going to go straight to Webflow and modify the template. We're going to go there into city template. So here, we're on the dynamic page that will be displayed by default on all the sites. So honestly, I find this section really, really ugly. We're going to remove everything and add new elements. Image, text, text, image, image, text. That way, we'll have content that's pretty short but really focused on conversion. Here, Thibaut Dufutur from post-production. From the video editing, I just realized that I have filmed 3 hours of explanations. How to create the automation, how to customize the page, we talked about conversion rates, we talked about design, we talked about sections. That's not going to interest everyone, I'm well aware of that. So, I deleted all the parts where I talked about all that, and right now, the automation is ready, it's finished. And if you want a specific video where I explain my methods for creating my automations and how I choose certain modules, feel free to let me know in the comments. Now, because I know your time is valuable, I'm not going to make a 4-hour video just for a small automation like this. You can download this automation via the link in the description, and we're going to run the automation right away. And I'll show you what it looks like. Once we've changed the CMS and the dynamic page that displays for each city, right after that, we'll run the automation, and that will be the end of the video. In the last video, some people asked me, how do you connect ChatGPT with Make? The first thing you'll need to do is create a Make account. To create a Make account, go to lecreme.ie. The link will also be in the description. And on lecreme.ie, you'll be able to find the link, my affiliate link. And thanks to this affiliate link, you'll get free credits to use Make and automate your SEO. Here, you type Make in the search bar and you click there. And then you go through this link. That's important. You've created your account. You're going to click on New Scenario, like I did. What should we call the scenario? SEO Scale City. We'll name it like last time. City SEO Scale. Now I'm going to show you how to connect your ChatGPT account to Make. You're going to open the ChatGPT module and click Add. And here, you'll add your API key and your organization ID. You just have to click on this link. You connect and you'll retrieve your API key. Same for the organization ID. I'll show you on my account what it looks like. There you go. So here I am on my account, logged in, API key. And here we're going to find the API keys. You see, here is my key. It's right here. You can create a new key and you'll copy the code and paste it right into API key. And then organization ID, you'll do the same, go to the link that's already in Make and open it in a new tab. And to use version 4, it's a little bit technical. I'll explain it to you. There you go. My organization ID is right here. Of course, it will be blurred out in the video. Now to access the API. So here we're using the ChatGPT API. But as you know, there are several ChatGPT models. There's ChatGPT 3.5, 4, and 4.0, and we want to use version 4. I'm telling you, use version 4, it's the best. For that, we're going to go to Limits. In Limits, you'll scroll all the way down, and you'll see that you are either Tier 1 or Tier 0. Right now, I'm Tier 3. Why? Because I've topped up my account several times, and my account is more than a week old. Obviously, I've been doing SEO with ChatGPT for months. What you'll need to do is check how much you need to top up your account. You'll need to top it up several times. At first, I think it's $5. Then it's 10. And then it's 50. And after that, it's 100. This will allow you to have more potential, fewer limits on your account. Today, you see, I can use ChatGPT 4 Turbo with, as a result, a huge number of tokens. A huge number of tokens. Same for DALL-E, I can get 7 images per minute, which is huge, and for that you just need to top up your account. You shouldn't just make a transfer of 500 euros to your account, it's pointless. You need to top up several times and follow the instructions given each time. I think you can already be Tier 2 starting today. And then, to reach Tier 3, you have to wait at least 2 weeks. Now that you've connected your new ChatGPT account to Make, we can select Create a Chat Completion GPT Model. And below, you're going to put not GPT 4.0, I don't like it. Me, I use GPT 4.0 Turbo. That's the one I've gotten the best results with. Maximum tokens, we're going to set it to the max. We set it to 4,000 every time. It's not the kind of investment that's going to make us poor, let's say, or put us out on the street. So we always use the user. I've read absolutely all the information about ChatGPT. Prompt engineering. You'll see all these pages, I've read them all, I've learned everything, and I actually know by heart all the documents that ChatGPT shared with us for prompt engineering. So all of that, actually. There you go. New Google Sheet file. Perfect. We're going to name it the same way. City SEO Scale. Great. So the cities. We're going to take all the cities we've found. So it's really easy to find the cities of France. I'll show you the file, what it looks like. Just type Excel list of cities in France on Google and you'll be able to find it. It will look like this. I think I can find the file for you. Here we go, Commune. Commune of France 2023. It's a file that's free on the internet. That's exactly it. This is exactly what we want. So you'll have the name in lowercase, and actually you'll just come here, copy, go to Google Sheet and paste. Well, I'm not going to do it because here I think I'd be selecting about 10,000 cities, so that's not ideal. And then you can even add the regions if you want to go further. We could add custom tags with region, etc. You know what? That's what we're going to do. Region, multi-line. Actually, that's a really good idea. That way, it gives us more dynamic fields. Region, canton. Is it relevant to include the canton? No, it's not important. Address, we don't care about that. Arrondissement code, that we can remove. Remove. The address, we can remove that too. Postal code, we'll keep. Office, distributor, we'll remove those. Longitude, we'll remove. Latitude, we don't care about. Remove. Total population. Total population, we can keep that. Canton, that's out. Canton code, we don't care. The department, we'll keep that too. The department is not bad. Region and department aren't the same. We're all in agreement. Text, department, multi-line, save. Let's save. Save collection. Next, code, department, we'll remove that too. Commune, parent, commune code, name with the article. We'll remove all that. We just want the name. This and that we can remove. Now we have all our fields. It's just that here there might be, I think there are, how many cities? Okay, 37,000 cities. We're not going to go with that. We're going to sort and take everything with more than 15,000 inhabitants, let's say. Otherwise, it won't be interesting. Or it could be a strategy to do the opposite. But for us, that won't be interesting. So, sorting, it should be in data sort. Okay, close the section, sort. Perfect. And so here, we're going to go down to, let's say down to 10,000. From 10,000, it can be interesting. They must surely have some shops. Ah yes, so that's still quite a few rows to delete. So I deselect the first row. I delete it, and that's great. Now, we'll be able to sort this again from largest to smallest. Perfect. Here we have Paris, Marseille, Lyon, and all cities with over 10,000 inhabitants. And if you look closely, there are a lot fewer of them. So actually, in France, it must be a 90-10 split. 90% of cities have fewer than 10,000 inhabitants, but 10% of the cities have the entire population. Personally, I really recommend doing this with a small sample, like we just did. 200 pages, 100 pages, that's more than enough to start an activity, to start a business. But I'm a bit extreme, and so I want to show you that it's possible to do this on a large scale. So what are we going to do here? We're going to select all these cells, and there you go, we have 1,100 rows. It's not going to be a problem for our computer to do a copy-paste. We copy, we paste everything. Great! So now, we have all the information we need. What I'm going to do here, since I put in 10,000 cities and my goal isn't to spam, is something that's really not recommended. I'm going to delete all my pages. Why? Because that's enough. That's it, I've shown you. I'm able to index 10,000 pages here in... Typically we were. When I started, it was summer, June 15th. Today is the 22nd. In 1 week, I indexed 10,000 pages. I think I have nothing left to prove about indexing, the number of impressions. It's skyrocketed, it's completely through the roof, so we're going to delete everything. Because right now, we don't have good content on the pages, let's be honest. Last time, we just generated everything with AI, without really adding value with our own input. I'm going to turn off the camera, and we'll meet again once I've deleted the 8,000 items. Either we do an import and select the CSV file we uploaded. We'll be able to click yes, and then connect all the fields. What I'm going to do is set up an automation so we can do everything at once. Let's quickly see how the automation works. First, we'll immediately grab the cell that corresponds to the city. Here it is, it's A2. Once we've got the city, we'll get the slug. The slug will be here, where we'll remove all the special characters and dashes. Webflow doesn't allow us to put a dash between the city names. For that, I used a very simple formula which I'll share in the description. Once I've used this formula to clean up all the words, we'll copy them. And then we'll do a special paste to paste only the values. We don't want to leave any formulas, we only want the values. So we'll do a special paste, values only, and now we won't have any formulas here, we'll only have the city names. And then we'll move these values back to the left. Once you've done that, we'll retrieve the region, the department, the postal code, and the population. All the information that's in these cells, all the information that's in these cells. Once we've done that, we'll be able to create an item on Webflow. We'll create the city name. Next, we'll send a request to Wikipedia to scrape all the information about this city. We'll convert the code from that page into text because we don't care about retrieving code. We want information. Next, we'll ask ChatGPT to write a meta description for us so the page is well optimized for search engines. After that, we'll ask it to write the first block of text. The first block of text will be about the city plus the keyword website creation. Se crée sur DK. We'll do the same for the city and SEO, which will be the second part. And finally, we'll ask it to write a short paragraph about the agency, so including our agency's name and the name of the city. That way, we're really using as much data and as many keywords as possible that we've used to create the text. It's 100% personalized on this page, which is about this city, to minimize duplicate content between pages as much as possible. Next, we'll update the item we just created by connecting it using the item ID from the previous module. Once we've done that, we can just delete the first row, so this line will be deleted because it will have already been processed. And after that, we can start over. This automation method will allow us to run the automation quickly without having to wait to launch 50 cities. And if one of them fails, basically, the whole automation has to be restarted and we won't know where we are in the Excel document. So thanks to this, we do them one by one and it doesn't cost us any more. For example, here are the results for the city of Marseille. So this was our old body text where in the previous video we had put really generic and rather outdated text. And now, here it is, we have a meta description that's much more optimized about website creation in Marseille. Next, we talk about SEO with the word Marseille. And finally, we mention Omnichio, plus the name of the city. Thanks to this, we have 3 sections that are personalized with the name of the city, our agency, and the 2 services we offer. On top of that, we have keywords in bold, if that's not amazing, and above all, the length is easy to digest. The goal is conversion. But when I said conversion yesterday, it wasn't in transactional terms. It's a conversion to a phone call. The goal is for us to call these companies on the phone and be able to close a deal with them so we can sell them a service. We don't sell a website service just by filling out information online. We're also going to find the region, the department, the postal code, and the population. I haven't added that yet, but for the curious ones, you can go check it out. I will have set it up before the video is released. It's just going to be some small fields placed here and there on the page to add a bit of content, a bit of design, and some information that's still relevant to the city. And as for how the page looks, we just have to go to Ville, template. And here, I'm sorry, but I have to say it, this is killer. It's really top quality. We'll just have to change the images, but once again, you don't need to watch me marvel at making designs. On Canva, website creation in Courbevoie. Here, we have the meta description that's connected. Next, we'll look at the first section about website creation in the city, SEO in the city, and our agency. Here we'll put a nice photo of me and my business partner. Well, if you're watching this, hey there, I can't wait for you to come back to Bali. Here, we have the call to action that's duplicated on all the pages, the social proof, meaning the reviews, which are also duplicated on every page, but that's okay. If it's only this type of content that's duplicated across all the pages, I think it's fine for Google. And then we'll have the call to action to book an appointment with us. And finally, we have the little email or WhatsApp button in case people aren't available during our business hours to give them another option. And I'll show you right now that for the city of Douai, usually I haven't generated this city. Let's search. There are no results for Douai. And if I just go here and click on run once, we're going to fetch the city of Douai. We're going to retrieve all the information that's on the same line. We've already created the item. We're retrieving the code from the Wikipedia page. Next, we're going to convert all the code, so the HTML code, into text that we can read. Well, there are quite a few links, but we can read it. Then we're going to send it to ChatGPT to create the meta description. It has just been done. Trust omni.co for the creation of your website in Douai, custom web solutions to boost your online visibility. It's not exceptional, but I think it's really, really good. Ville plus website creation, web development, adway, your enhanced visibility. So here, we have all the text formatted with HTML tags, as you can see. At the city level, we'll have a very similar prompt with a similar response, but here, we'll be talking only about natural SEO. And we finish by presenting our agency Adway a little bit. Of course, we don't have any offices in that city, but that's not a problem because when people make an appointment with us, we can easily explain to them that we work remotely throughout all of France. We update the page we just created on Webflow with all the information we wanted, and then we'll be able to delete the row. And the row has been deleted. The cell you're trying to edit may have been moved or deleted. That's perfect, it has been deleted, that's exactly what we want. We're back here. We're going to type Douai again. We're going to refresh. And there you go, the new page is created. Now, I encourage you to try it out to get started. Here, I used Wikipedia, but I really encourage you to first test it with Wikipedia and then do a couple of tests with other websites. Because honestly, there are thousands of opportunities to create lots of pages like this on Google in niches that are really non-competitive because no one is going to rank for small towns with few inhabitants. And if you offer services that have nothing to do with this, for example, if you give pottery classes and you want to get visitors, you can easily generate 200 to 300 pages. On your website, where you specifically target small towns that might be interested in your pottery classes, well, pottery classes online, I'm not sure how that works, but that's your business and I'll let you handle and innovate there. Let's get back to the CMS and we'll look for our famous city of Douai. It's marked as stage for publish, which means we just have to click on publish and the site will go live along with the page. And basically that was, of course, the first post body, which we'll be able to delete later on. But for now, there you go, it's perfect. It's properly formatted. With the right bold tags, it looks great. Alright, I'll hand it back over to Thibaut from the past. Now, I have given you a tool. Now, you'll need to think about how you can use this tool in your business. And it just so happens that if you're generating more than 5,000 euros in profit per month, I invite you to book a call with me. We can spend 30 minutes talking about your SEO strategy and how I can reveal to you the 3 points on your site that are holding back your SEO. And then we can talk about your strategy and how to implement AI into your processes. I'm looking forward to speaking with you on the call. And if you're generating less than 5,000 euros, that's okay. The second link will simply let you download all these documents by joining the newsletter. I'll see you very, very soon for even more AI, more SEO, and more results. This was Thibaut Brannon. Ciao.